Welcome to the Cornhusker State. Union Omaha and AV Alta set to lock horns tonight. The defending champions continuing to flip the narrative, slowly climbing the league table. Newcomers AV Alta FC look to sweep the season series against Omaha tonight. Josh Lill set to bring you all the action this evening, sponsored by Centris Federal Credit Union. Both clubs taking part in their third match in the past 7 days. Omaha, well, they've been stellar at home with a record of 3 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws. They look to continue that good form here this evening. Looking at the league standings, brought to you by Teriyaki Madness. Starting with Omaha, Vincenzo Candela has his club at their highest positioning in 10 weeks. The reigning champs, they haven't sniffed the top 7 at all this year. They very well could, as 8 of their remaining 11 matches are at home. Omaha will jump the playoff line with a win tonight. For AV Alta, they're winless across their last 6, and it's been tough being away from home. They look for a big 3 points on the road tonight, as this is their 4th road match in the club's last 5 games. The previous time these two teams got together, it was about a month and a half ago, and things looked a lot different for both sides. Starting with Omaha, it would be the beginning of Ryan Betcher's reign in Omaha, scoring his first goal with the club, but it would also be Dom Casciato's last match with Union Omaha. For AV Alta, well, this victory jolted Brian Claben's side to 2nd in the league standings, completing the comeback victory versus Los Bujos. But from there, for Brian Claben's side, it would be a landslide, accumulating 4 draws and 2 losses since. They look to end the tailspin here tonight. A player to watch for Union Omaha this evening, Mark Bronick, and the 18-year-old has taken the league by storm. He scored 3 goals in his last 3 league matches. He is the youngest goal scorer in Union Omaha history, and he gives the club verticality and pace in transition. With Ryan Betcher unavailable tonight, he'll be key in creating scoring chances in the final third. Over to the visitors, all eyes will be on Eduardo Blancas tonight, and AV Alta needs him to heat up in a hurry. He scored his first goal in 7 matches Wednesday against Texoma, and this is a player that not only distributes the ball well, but he knows when to take his scoring chances. He started the comeback on the road a few days ago, and can he help right the ship for his club tonight? Stay tuned, because the 2024 champs, Luca Mastrantonio and Adam Amish, return to Omaha for the first time tonight. Can the hosts jump above the playoff line? And will AV Alta get their first league win since July 5th? We've got an electrifying matchup for you. Starters at kickoff, up next.
That was absolutely amazing.
This is cool.
This is so cool.
Releasing an animal back into its habitat is what conservation is about. Hi. We have 3 newborn cubs to this mama.
Watch Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, Protecting the Wild. Weekend mornings on NBC.
My name is Blake Malone, and I'm a center back for Union Omaha. The partnership between Bellevue University and Union Omaha enables me to continue my career as a professional soccer player, as well as extending my time and learning to get another degree, and for that I am very thankful. I would say reach out. Bellevue University has been very, very kind and generous to us. They're very responsive. They have great people working up front. So I would say go, give it a reach, look out, and see if it works for you.
I think there's like a younger version of me that's kind of in disbelief. So special.
That went all right. This guy. Yeah. Wow.
Who's this new person? It's a kitten!
No
Is
way!
that a kitten? That's a kitten!
Oh.
Yeah, they're actually coming closer to us.
I have to say, my heart is so full.
Tune into Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, Protecting the Wild, Saturday mornings on NBC, or stream anytime on Peacock and NBC.com.
Back at Warner Park in Papillion, Nebraska, Omaha with a chance to put together their first winning month of the year. AV Alta need a win to get back within the confines of the top 5 in USL League One. And this match brought to you by Centris Federal Credit Union. And taking a look at the Omaha starting 11, sponsored by Rotella's Bakery. Cole Jensen starting in back-to-back league matches for the first time this year, coming in with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. Dejan Akoff makes his 100th appearance tonight for the club, just the 3rd ever Owl to do that. Max Schneider returning from his yellow card suspension, joins Chelo Martinez and Brandon Knapp in the midfield. Mark Bronick and Stefano Pino combined for 6 goals atop the formation. AV Alta starting lineup also sponsored to you by Rotella's Bakery. Denzel Smith gets his first start in league play since the Spokane match a few weeks ago. Comes in with a record of 1 win, 2 losses, and 3 draws. Former Omaha defender Luca Mastrantonio unavailable tonight, so Eric Sea gets the starting nod. Miguel Pajaro, 85 pass attempts last match. Look for him to be a key contributor in ball movement. And joint yellow card leader Mubumu Alasan holding down the fort in the midfield. It'll be Omaha to start things off, and we are underway from Werner Park in Papillion, Nebraska. Josh Lill taking you through the full 90 minutes this evening. Omaha in their white and black pinstripe kits with a bit of neon green, with white letters and numbers going left to right into the sun. It'll be AV Alta in their white kits with green letters and numbers going right to left. Dejan Akoff chasing in the corner and dispossessed. Head referee tonight for our match, Rodrigo Albuquerque. He'll be blowing the whistles and pulling the cards. As interim head coach Vincenzo Candela tossing that ball to Dejan Akoff. Congratulations to him, not only as he wears the captain's armband this evening, but on his 100th appearance for the club. Not too far behind Rashid Nuhu with 149 matches played. It's first all-time in Union Omaha history, as here is Akoff. And that header blocked right at the edge of the area. Vincenzo Candela with a win today. It would give the interim head coach a winning record across all competitions. Currently sits at 4-4-1. And Coach Candela has turned Omaha quietly into a little more of a possession-based team. The numbers, well, they aren't dramatic since Dom Casciato's departure. An increase in possession by just 8%. But nonetheless, you're seeing Omaha get set up a little more and act with a little more potency when picking out the areas to attack. And there's Christian Ortiz looking for that perfect spot to make the throw in. And Denzel Smith with his first touch of the evening. The visitors content with holding the ball. Currently possessing at over a rate of 60% this year. And they're on pace to finish for a season high in possession rate. And that's part of the club's identity. They want to be deliberate in every action. They definitely have the skill set and the player identities to move quickly from one byline to the other. But they don't want to have giveaways like that as it's intercepted. Kasim over to Schneider, little give and go. And Omaha can reset here and set up shop. Coleman former MLS man in the starting 11 tonight for Union Omaha. Schneider with a tug from behind. And in pace, maybe Alta. It's into the area, nice defense there from Kallman himself. Akoff has that poked away. Excellent job there of Christian Ortiz. He knows the assignment. Dan Akoff and Charlie Ostrom, a big part of Omaha's success offensively last year. Not only able to get forward, but create a lot of crossing opportunities and then converting on those chances. As it stays with AV Alta. Here's a look at Brian Klaben leading this first-year side. And he's taken AV Alta to the upper echelon of the table. There's no doubt he can do it again, but will he get them back on track? His side 2-4-2 on the road this year. That give and go chance smothered, and nice touch there from Kasim. Schneider through the middle. Heavy touch there. And it sticks with Omaha. Working over the infield, Charlie Ostrom. It's in the far corner, given back to Ostrom, the league's leading assist getter. Losing it along the byline on his own accord, so it will not be a corner kick. Ostrom getting the assist on the second goal of Ryan Betcher this past Wednesday. What a great match against Charlotte. John Baquero and Charlie Ostrom coming in with 6 assists apiece. Ostrom would break the deadlock. Omaha would bully their way to a victory via a couple of braces. Ryan Betcher in the first half, and Mark Bronick within a matter of just 5 minutes at the start of the second half. Bronick would go on to be the 5th youngest player to record a brace in league history. And that would be the first time all season long, all competitions, US Open Cup, USL Jägermeister Cup, and obviously League One, that Omaha would record 4 goals as Akoff pressuring, deflects off of Saya. And out in deep here for Omaha. Not quite a corner kick. Thrown in tough territory here for Dion Akoff. This one headed on frame. And popped out past the byline. It'll be out for our first corner kick of the evening. Brought to you by Modelo. Nice header on in the middle, and it's Max Schneider creating the initial chance. Chelo Martinez to stand over this ball. Martinez, the former Northern Colorado man, helped lead his side last year to a Jägermeister Cup championship and a playoff appearance, short-lived at the hands of Spokane Velocity FC. Martinez without swing. And that one batted away by Smith. He's out of position. Numbers so far forward for Omaha. Unable to capitalize there. Denzel Smith, 1 win in all of his League One starts this year. Start number 7 this year for Smith. Spent a lot of time in the Trinidad and Tobago Premier League. And with him between the sticks, it'll be a tall task for the host tonight. Smith very decorated in international play. 1 point recorded, 6 shutouts through 16 national team appearances. There is Mark Bronick, our player to watch for Omaha. Again, one thing he does very well, in at that winger spot, that interchangeable play, depending on the side he's on. Ostrom on the left, Akoff on the right. Very good at creating those overlapping runs to find those give and go passes and create those crossing opportunities. Omaha, they love to send the ball into the box. That's not just a feature of interim head coach Vincenzo Candella's style, but it's part of the identity of the club as a whole. Controlled here early on. Just north of 51% of the ball. And this one skied over the head of Smith. Max Schneider returning from his yellow card suspension. Him and Mubumu Alasan right now atop the league stats in terms of yellow cards accumulated, each with 9 apiece, but one could say Alasan wins the tiebreaker, since he has 1 red card to his name. Now, we're not encouraging any red card play for any viewers tonight, but just indicating Alasan has been the more aggressive of the two. That'll be a fun matchup in the midfield. Here tonight is Owusu with it, looking to pick out his side, nearly intercepted. Here's Akoff. Near the area and dispossessed. Javier Mariona dropping in deep to handle Akoff one-on-one. Had a throw in at this spot just a few minutes ago. Resulted in a blocked shot and a near scoring chance for the hosts. This one is lofted backside. Smith won't touch it. Popped up by Alta and kept in by Coleman. Knapp with it. Through to Bronick. Inside his feet over the crossbar. Stefano Pino right there, looking for goal number 3 in an Omaha kit. Excellent ball through, and Pino not afraid to create chances right at the edge of the 6-yard box. That's how we got that game-winning goal against Westchester SC just over 2 weeks ago. AV Alta, it was a frustrating result last time out. At one point trailed 3-0 to Texoma FC on the road. But thanks to the hosts in that matchup, Angelo Calfo picking up a red card, AKA a second yellow booking in the 54th minute. And within 6 minutes time, Alta would cut it to a 1-score game. As here's Kasim. Schneider on the one-timer, whiffing to the right of Smith. The defense, and Carlos Avila's in net for AV Alta. Kept the club in the match, and in the 89th minute would eventually be evened up by Steven Ramos, recording his first professional goal. Possession, again, a great stat. The numbers for both these sides in their previous games. 43% for Omaha, and in that Texoma match, AV Alta controlling nearly 72% of the ball. Just goes to show the amount of time you control and hold on to the ball. It doesn't guarantee 3 points by any means, just because you're able to establish that dominance on the ball, prevent the opponent from touches. It doesn't mean 3 points Or in the immediate future by any means. Maybe Alta learning that lesson last match. Ball played ahead to Cerritos. Would love to return to the form he had early on through the first 15 weeks of play. Recorded 3 goals in that time. And it seemed like he was set to take a positive turn as one of the best attackers for this Alta side. Has since cooled down and heating up on the attack here. North Union Omaha, Schneider. Knapp, beautiful ball in the corner to Bronick. Can he get it off cleanly? He does, and it is skied out of play. And Stefano Pino blocking the sun. It'll play to Alta's advantage in the first half. In the way of the hosts in the final 45 minutes of play. Chance it here for Bronick. His shot blocked. And Brandon Knapp thought about keeping it in play, but has a Modelo corner kick ahead here. Bronick so quick in the switch of play. Omaha win it right back, and the 18-year-old an immediate threat right at the edge of the area. Given the green light by interim head coach Vincenzo Candela to take any opportunity when it presents itself. Martinez over this Modelo corner kick. Opts to go short with Kasim. And he'll cross to the back end. Headed and kept in. And Smith corrals the bouncing ball. Lusu putting his defender on ice. And it works to their advantage. Here's Mark Bronick. Bronick dancing. They're looking for Kasim in the area. It does find him, and that shot just missing the right stick. Prosper Kasim with excellent foot-eye coordination. This ball took an awkward spinning bounce off the foot of Chelo Martinez. Kasim able to locate it in a matter of inches for beating Denzel Smith. It took a deflection and out for the third Modelo corner kick. We've seen this before. Chelo Martinez header in. A threatening opportunity, but not converted by Charlie Ostrom. Omaha with an egregious amount of chances. Smith hasn't been tested on target, so no saves to be made, but I often say the first 20 minutes is a feeling out process for both sides, attempting to figure out the ins and outs of the defensive formation. Omaha picking and plucking their way. And a possible first shot on target, maybe even a goal. Whereas AV Alta have not recorded a shot tonight. Averaging just 1 goal per match over their last 6 games. It's a different look tonight. Wilmer Martinez not in the starting lineup. Carlos Aviles begins the night on the bench. Up ahead is Ortiz. Has that pride free. Nice run of play here from Chelo Martinez. Near side to Pino. And deflects off of Saya for a throw-in. Stefano Pino, one of the taller players on this Omaha side. Again, we'll often find him at the edge of the 6-yard area, looking to put home any headed chances. And we'll get his opportunity here as Omaha give it away on their own account. Give it away, and here's Bronick, and he'll launch that one into the crowd. Nice souvenir early on for the fans, making some noise about it, pretty ecstatic. The crowd's starting to pick up here at Warner Park in Papillion, Nebraska. As Omaha have gone on this run and formed their new identity, not completely new, but a shifted one under interim head coach Vincenzo Candela. The club's seeing a little more success here in the latter months of the season. And more fans, both old and new, coming out to the park. AV Alta, no stranger to great crowds. Had 2,000 in attendance for their first ever home match. Mentioned it at the top of the match. Part of what's been so difficult being away from home for AV Alta is they're missing out on the 661, which might be one of the loudest and most imposing support sections in all of USL League One. I've seen it a couple times. Clubs in the league just have weird trends in the schedule. Omaha getting a big home stretch here late, with a big home stretch in the latter half of the season. Means you eventually have to play a lot of road matches in one chunk. With just one home match in their first 8 league matches. Owusu caught off guard. Here's Javier Mariona, and that curling ball missing the far post. Owusu thought that ball went out past the byline, and Mariona can't believe he missed that point blank opportunity. And here you can see the reaction from Owusu, calling for help from that assistant referee on the far side. Cole Jensen and company. Lucky that Mariona didn't convert in the first shot attempt of the night for AV Alta. They win it back here. And here is Mariona. Saya pressured by the run of Stefano Pino. Foul right in the middle third of the pitch. Omaha players frustrated. It would have resulted in a transitional opportunity for Mark Bronick. But there is a collision. USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Alex Cerritos appears to be okay. Drawing the foul. Hard earned, but keeps Omaha away from an opportunity on the counter. There's Jimmy Villalobos, another player for AV Alta that had a hot start to the season. Ortiz, his feet inside. This left-footed shot, Cerritos shielded away by Max Schneider. Stellar defense from the German. And Saya. Back to Ortiz. And here's Harrison Robledo. Assisted on the result-clinching goal last Wednesday. Schneider draws the foul, and if you just look, Max Schneider has this incredible ability to have a lot of gracious touches on no matter what the incoming speed on the ball is, from close range or from long. And that's why in that pivot spot, really does such a good job not to just take play from level 1 to level 2, but also provide coverage there for guys like Brandon Knapp, Dion Akoff, and Charlie Ostrom to make lengthy runs on the outside, as Knapp will go. Wusu and Coleman will be challenged tonight as Akoff can't keep it in. This AV Alta front, though they like to play with a little bit of patience and set things up, they have a lot of speed, as you saw with Javier Mariona, craftiness and scoring that comes with Eduardo Blancas and Alex Cerritos. As Omaha win back another turnover. Here's Prosper Kasim, he'll have a go. And it hits the advertising board to the right of Smith. Other scores from around the league. Richmond leading 1-0 at home in the 71st minute. Chattanooga up a man in the 67th minute of play against South Georgia Tormenta FC. Chattanooga, the table toppers. As of right now, if that result were to hold, in a race with Spokane Velocity for the Player Shield. That's going to be fun down the line. Two sides. They play completely opposite style of footy. Chattanooga, they want to sit low, stay compact, and beat you in transition. Spokane Velocity love to play direct. This cross in behind Pino. Here's Kasim! A save made by Smith, and Kasim corrals his rebound. First goal on the League One campaign for Prosper Kasim. The Parliament loves it, and that goal is brought to you by Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. Omaha continue to play on. And it starts here with Mark Bronick. He's had a couple of great crosses tonight. Magnificent stop by Smith, but just can't get back to the ball. And Prosper Kasim just cleaning up the trash, as simple as that. His first goal of the year gives Omaha the early 1-0 lead. It's been a tough stretch for Omaha, this being the fourth of 5 consecutive matches against teams currently above the playoff line. This club had its early struggles, and they're starting to look like the Omaha of old. Ball up ahead to Pino. Another threatening chance here for Vincenzo Candella's side. Opting out to Schneider. Into Akoff. Clean crossing chance with outswing. Bronick looking to play for the header. Might have gotten away with a push. It's settled down by Ostrom. The league's leader in assists. That header batted. Controlled by Schneider. That goal unassisted for Kasim. Well, this is quite similar to how it went last time out. And funny enough, the numbers exact right now. Ryan Betcher got the scoring started on July 5th in the 27th minute. And in the final second of the 27th minute this evening, that goal scored by Prosper Kasim. Eerie deja vu. It'll be fun as this match continues on to see if AV Alta can replicate their performance from about a month and a half ago. Jimmy Villalobos not liking the foul call. Villalobos player of the week in match week 6. Scored 4 goals in the first 6 weeks of league play. That tied his season high. Also recorded his first professional brace versus Chattanooga. Villalobos still looking for a career best in league play, 5 goals. Tonight would be timely fashion to do so. Soft roller, chased by Ortiz. Brian Clavin staring into the sun, figuring out where to go from here. Where Omaha have been so good tonight is just disrupting the passing lanes. AV Alta, 4th in the league in successful passes. The numbers are good, but they don't do it a whole lot. They want to play on the ground, and quick feet tonight for Coach Candella's side have resulted in a multitude of transitional moments for the black and the white. Rodrigo Albuquerque directing traffic. Hasn't had to pull a card thus far, and it's quite shocking with Abumu Alassane and Max Schneider on the pitch, who've combined for 18 cards on the year. 19 if you include Alassane's red. Nice ball and a timely run up by Mariona. Mariona calling for a deflection. And it is a corner kick. Nice job of the former Central Valley man to pick up the pace of play here for AV Alta. Just had to get downfield. Able to cut through a couple of defenders and set up this corner kick. Within swing, backside of the 6, it's headed right to the hands of Cole Jensen. The former draft pick of Inter Miami. Goalkeeping standout for Inter Miami CF2 and MLS Next Pro. Battling the sun to make the save. Just over 33 left to play in the first half. And Jensen under pressure. He doesn't see Cerritos, and Snyder clears it out. Oh, a dangerous play for Union Omaha. And that is the tough part about having the sun right in your eyes. Denzel Smith, depending on how quick sunset hits Papillion, Nebraska, will have the same troubles in the second half. So Owusu, routine pass back to Jensen, but just has no idea Cerritos is there, and Max Schneider, if it's not for his quick eyes and quick feet, we might be looking at an even match here. I haven't seen too much of Charlie Ostrom thus far. It's been all Dion Akoff. He has 5 crosses up to this point. Controlled by Mariona. Deflected and misses Ortiz. Heavy touch goes back the way of Omaha. One of the best attributes of this AV Alta side is their ability to not only attempt passes, but create passing opportunities. Last match against Texoma, they had double over the amount of passes of their opponent and tripled the amount of accurate passes by Texoma. Of the 551 passing attempts, 483 were completed. As this ball up ahead, collected by Kasim, the lone goal scorer. AV Alta leading both of those passing categories here tonight. Have already attempted 200 passes. Too high for Alta. Baiting Omaha into their defense. And it's intercepted nicely here. Over to Javier Mariona. Cutting inside, and that one deflected out by Brent Kallman. It'll go for a corner kick on the far side for AV Alta. Javier Mariona so dangerous with his right foot. Has tested Samuel Owusu plenty tonight. Cross would have been wide, and Kallman might have been better off to let that one go out of play. Curling ball in, a shove inside the box. Nothing to show for it, as Harrison Robledo a little upset with his guys, trying to get everybody on the same page. Robledo with prior USL experience with Indy 11. That's a lot. For AV Alta this year, they've been really good in terms of having guys come off the bench. As this one's taken away by Bronick into the box, intercepted by Alassane. Soft touch, kept in the attacking third by Schneider. Here's Brandon Knapp, he'll have a go, and a diving save there by Denzel Smith. Dangerous passing in close quarters by AV Alta. Lucky to have not been punished. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. We've seen guys like Harrison Robledo, Osvaldo Ley, Eduardo Blancas, guys who have all gotten starting minutes this year for Brian Claben, but have that ability to come off the bench. Coach Claben tonight has Osvaldo Lay, Jerry Desdune, Emmanuel Alaribe, Kilian Pelivanov, and Wilmer Martinez, regular starters for this AV Alta side available, but as Vincenzo Candela pointed out earlier this week, you have to take alternate tactics when you have 3 matches within 7 days' time. That's a commonality shared by all coaches in USL League One. You don't want to overwork the players within such a short time span as we near the 40th minute. AV Alta trying to release Javier Mariona on that left side. They've had more success on the left than the right. Up to Mariona. That run onside, dancing on the byline, eventually loses it. But it was tapped by Akoff. A late first half corner kick coming here for AV Alta. Nearly 41% of their play occurring both on the left side and right side of the pitch. Central column hasn't seen too much action. 19% of the play in that area of the pitch. Here's Villalobos. Blancas around. Cruz sends it in. Robledo to retrieve out wide. Mariona, nice touch, his shot, and stopped by Jensen. Cole Jensen counting down the seconds until the end of the first half, as they'll have the sun to the back in half number 2. Haven't called Eduardo Blancas' name too much today. As Kasim hounded there. Kasim is down. Omaha plays on. Nordstrom looking for Bronick. He can't beat out his defender there. Miguel Pajaro does not like the push from Mark Bronick. 18-year-old not afraid to mix things up. Alta searching for their first shot on target this match. Omaha have been very compact. A big part of that is the communication of Max Schneider. The rest of the players to the side and in front of him. As Robledo switching the pitch. Brian Claben wants to possess in large spells. It's increasingly gotten better for his club tonight. But can they convert as Mariona dancing and weaving, putting on the brakes. Akoff making it really tough for the young forward to put any shots on frame. Here is Mariona falling as he makes that shot, and it trickles off the hands of Jensen and now past the byline. It'll go for an Alta corner kick. Javier Mariona doing everything in every which way possible. Error made by Jensen. Giving Alta a set piece here. It's lofted in short side. And a nice block there by Charlie Ostrom. That ball might have had a chance to get by Jensen if it were not for the efforts of Ostrom. Omaha come away unscathed on the set piece for now. Robledo in. Cerritos there for the trap. And Charlie Ostrom wins it back for his side. Stoppage time, just 1 minute. No bookings here in the first half. Not a lot of extracurricular activity other than the 1 goal in the 27th minute by Union Omaha's Prosper Kasim. Omaha win this back, and here is Kasim inside with his left. Looking to pinpoint Bronick. Should be noted, in the previous matchup, it was Walmer Martinez scoring in the 2nd minute of stoppage time. As Bronick's through ball deflected. Controlling here late. Nikov's cross, headed in, and a push from behind by Stefano Pino. And if AV Alta can hurry, they'll have one last chance here on the break. But they have to move quickly. And Dion Akoff, great placement, but Pino defended a little too well there by Miguel Pajaro, and not given the space to create. Omaha will head to the break up 1-0 on AV Alta, looking for their 2nd consecutive win. Vincenzo Candela has to be pleased with his side's performance through the first 45 minutes of play. AV Alta finally get a shot on target, but have not tested Cole Jensen a whole lot other than that one opportunity. Dion Akoff recognized for his 100th appearance for the club. Our halftime score brought to you by Courtyard by Marriott La Vista. Omaha lead 1-0. We've got plenty of news and recognitions from around the league coming up.
It's an age-old tradition, sneaking a taste before it's ready to serve. But when you see the Finest Reserve label, you just can't help yourself, because you know an immersive, unexpected flavor experience awaits. The passion and the creativity are felt and tasted in every bite, twisting contemporary cuisine in satisfying new ways. It makes it almost impossible not to want to taste it before the meal. Finest Reserve, every flavor tells a story.
To be a part of Nebraska Medicine.
Hi, welcome.
Good to see you.
Is to be a part of something extraordinary.
Nebraska Medicine, how may I help you?
Because these are the doors.
How are you?
That open doors.
That went really well.
To growth and opportunity for each other and for our community. For those who know that the academic experience.
You know what? I agree.
The life experience that you get here is beyond what you can get anywhere else.
Doing great.
And that's exactly why here is where you belong. Nebraska Medicine, together extraordinary.
Hello, I'm Peter Gross.
And I'm Dr. Raywyn Grant. We're the co-hosts of Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, Protecting the Wild. We're calling in from the road between filming episodes to say hello and thank you for celebrating Wild Kingdom Night. Whether you're a lifelong fan of Wild Kingdom, like we definitely are, or a brand new viewer, there'll be wildlife and Wild Kingdom themed games and activities throughout tonight's game that we think you'll love.
Don't forget to tune in every Saturday morning on NBC or stream on NBC.com to watch our latest adventure and learn more about amazing conservation work that's making an impact and creating hope for wildlife.
We really wish we could be there, but we're cheering you on from afar.
Go Owls!
Back here at Warner Park in Papillion, Nebraska, our halftime score is a 1-0 lead Union Omaha over AV Alta FC. Our halftime score brought to you by Courtyard by Marriott La Vista. While we have a moment, let's take a look at highlights from our Match Week 24 Player of the Week. Named Player of the Week, Ian Fuller, Coach of the Week. Seems like 7 is a lucky number in USL League One. That's 7 unbeaten in a row for Knoxville. Jason Smith becomes the all-time single-season leader for Chattanooga with shutouts. Christian Chaney adding to the score sheet, currently second in the Golden Boot race with 9 goals, just 1 behind Juan Carlos Obregon Jr. Charlie Ostrom and Jerry Desdune recognized for their efforts as well. Greenville picked up a massive come-from-behind victory versus Indy 11 in the Jägermeister Cup quarterfinals. Let's reminisce on that historic night.
Thousand up now on the cross. The touches had not been great until he got to the pay window. Soto to his right. Zakowski as well. Soto the overlapping run, and it's not called. We are level at a goal apiece. A 90th and an equalizer. Going quickly. Bernays did not hit it. That's it. Greenville is on to the semifinals.
The Jägermeister Cup semifinals taking place on September 10th. There will be 3 USL Championship sides, and Greenville Triumph SC will represent USL League One. Both matches, again, taking place on the 10th. You won't want to miss it. Again, halftime score, 1-0 lead for Omaha over AV Alta. Stay tuned, we've got news and scores from around the league, plus upcoming schedules for Omaha and AV Alta.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Prinks tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks tires will be there for the long haul.
We're here to support the crest, the club, and the community.
We don't stop chanting, we don't stop drumming,
yelling and screaming and chanting.
We'll follow them wherever, pretty much. That's just the love that we have for our team.
We want to be the loudest people, and we want you to hear where we are at.
People in this town love this team, pack these stands out for every single game.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
Pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
Back at Warner Park in Papillion, Nebraska. Union Omaha leading AV Alta 1-0 at the break. That halftime score brought to you by Courtyard by Marriott La Vista. Let's take a look at news and notes from around USL League One over match week 24. Well, it's been home sweet home for One Knox and AV Alta. They've made life miserable for opponents on home turf. Combined 21 matches unbeaten on home grounds between the two clubs. AV Alta and Coach Klaben will have their first ever international exhibition. They'll host Alianza FC, El Salvadorian side, on September 10th. So plenty of action on September 10th. You've got the Jägermeister Cup and that international friendly. And Greenville triumph, well, we mentioned it a little bit earlier. It was a storybook match, defeating Indy 11, coming from behind in stoppage time and winning in PKs to advance to the Jägermeister Cup semifinals. They look to keep the Jägermeister Cup hardware in USL League One, as Northern Colorado won the inaugural tournament last year. Upcoming schedule for Union Omaha. They've got plenty of home matches, as we mentioned, coming up on their schedule, but it will be a tough month ahead. 4 of their next 5 matches will be against teams above the playoff line, with those final 3 games consisting of current top 3 teams. Nothing easy for interim head coach Vincenzo Candella's side the rest of the way. And looking at the visitors, AV Alta, and they'll have a tough stretch as well. They'll go on the road to face the table toppers Chattanooga, or they'll go back home. Nope, on the road, excuse me, and then back home against Ford Madison and One Knox. 3 in a row there to close out against Tormenta. And then they will head down to Southwest Florida to take on FC Naples. Again, 3 of those 5 going up against playoff teams. Stay tuned, we've got highlights and stats coming up from the first half of play.
My name is Anderson Holt, and I play center back for Union Omaha. It's been a great partnership, and I've definitely felt the effects because I've been a student for 2.5 years now, and I love the soccer school balance, and I think that they do a really good job communicating between the team and the school to help make sure that I'm always taken care of and they're looking after me.
To be a part of Nebraska medicine
Hi, welcome. Good to see you.
is to be a part of something extraordinary.
Nebraska Medicine, how may I help you?
Because these are the doors
How are you?
that open doors
That went really well.
to growth and opportunity for each other and for our community. For those who know that the academic experience,
You know what? I agree.
the life experience that you get here is beyond what you can get anywhere
Doing
else.
great.
And that's exactly why here is where you belong. Nebraska medicine, together extraordinary.
We want to be the loudest people around. We want you to hear where we are at.
No one thought we would do what we did against Louisville. We were hot, we were clicking, we were scoring goals.
Even after the whistle blew and they were champions, forget about it. Raise your scarves. We kept playing.
I don't think I've heard a louder scream from a group of people than we did that night.
That's the important thing about this group. They never stop loving their team.
We are moments away from the final 45 minutes of play between Union Omaha and AV Alta FC. Halftime score brought to you by Courtyard by Marriott La Vista. Those folks enjoying their time on the merry-go-round. And while they ride in a circle, let's circle back to the highlights from the first half of play. It's just a one-score game, but it's been a pretty eventful match nonetheless. Here in the 12th minute, Omaha threatening, and Brandon Knapp with the creation, finding Mark Bronick in his send, connecting off the foot of Stefano Pino, but can't punish Denzel Smith in the upper half of the net. And then who else but Mark Bronick again, looking for a curtain call on his brace earlier this week. Prosper Kasim nearly putting home that bouncing ball, and just minutes later on the corner kick, Chelo Martinez's ball in off the head of Charlie Ostrom, but cannot connect past Denzel Smith. Then in the other end, well, Samuel Owusu thought this ball went out past the byline, but it would be Javier Mariona keeping the heads-up play alive, nearly curling this ball past Cole Jensen, who had trouble with the sun earlier. It'll be interesting to see how Denzel Smith handles it in half number 2. No foul, and Omaha plays on, and it's Mark Bronick with the touch inside, finding Prosper Kasim, that shot off of Smith, and then eventually put home by Kasim himself. That would be unassisted. Nice job of the Omaha forward, sticking with the play, finding a way to put it past Smith. Just beyond the half-hour mark, this is where Alta began to gain a little bit of momentum, nearly off the mistake of Cole Jensen. If it's not for Max Schneider, we might be looking at a 1-1 game heading into the second half. Taking a look at halftime stats as both teams get together for one more huddle. In the first half, a 1-0 lead for Union Omaha, and they have led in the shots department 12-4. It was a while until AV Alta recorded their first shot on target. It was well past the 20-minute mark. The visitors finally gaining possession of the ball. Omaha controlled around that 52% mark for most of the first half. 7 corners between both sides. No offside calls. And shockingly, with Mabumu Alassane and Max Schneider on the pitch, who've combined for a total of 18 yellow cards this year, we don't have any bookings thus far. It's been a quiet night for Rodrigo Albuquerque. Let's head back to Werner Park, as AV Alta will get things started here for the second half of play in their white kits with green letters and numbers. Omaha in their white and black pinstripe kits with a little bit of neon green and white letters and numbers. We are underway for the second half of play between Omaha and AV Alta. Dion Akoff wearing the captain's armband. We mentioned it tonight, but we'd like to congratulate him one more time on making his 100th appearance for Union Omaha. Just the 3rd ever player in club history to do it. And Rashid Nuhu now is just 1 match away from taking part in 150 games for Omaha. AV Alta winless across their last 6, looking for their first victory since the Omaha match on July 5th. Cruz's send inside, finally controlled. And here's Villalobos. Brian Claben would love to see him light it up. No subs for either side, so we'll keep the same 11. Unchanged 22. Makes my life that much more easier. Would be fun with a little substitutions though, as Alassane trickling his way in, and it's popped up by Akoff. Other scores from around the league. Richmond knocking off One Knox 1-0 at home. And Scott McKenzie's side in the Chattanooga Red Wolves defeating Tormenta FC 2-0. And Texoma has just defeated the Greenville Triumph. If Omaha were to hold on and collect 3 points, whether it be this score or another, they will jump into 8th in the standings. We have an early injury check here. The trainer on to check on Brandon Knapp. And Knapp is such a versatile player for Omaha. We'll see him slot him as a forward. He can play in the midfield. Has a great impact at the wingback spot. Been quite interchangeable this evening with Dion Akoff on that right side. Wreaking a lot of havoc defensively for AV Alta. That ball goes out of play, and then Knapp just needing a moment. It was 77 degrees at kickoff. Now it's 70. Wind down by 50% at 6 miles an hour. Shouldn't have too much of an effect on the rest of the match. And Knapp will come out for a short while. And nice sportsmanship there between Obumu Alasan and Brandon Knapp. Navy Alta will keep. And Knapp finally given the go to return to play. Rodrigo Albuquerque, our head official tonight, has not had to whistle for any bookings. Omaha, one of the more disciplined teams in that department, just 39 yellow cards, second lowest in league play this year. Navy Alta, well, they're second with 61. Cerritos with it, over to Villalobos. Such a huge pickup for AV Alta in their first season. Villalobos has that ability to strike gold on the offensive end, but has been a key part in a stable defensive structure for AV Alta. This ball played long. Intercepted by Akoff. The hand up from Rodrigo Albuquerque. And Omaha will retain possession. Non-traditional starters in net tonight for both these sides. Denzel Smith in for Carlos Aviles. Cole Jensen in for the decorated Rashid Nuhu. Coach Brian Claben starting Aviles in the midweek. Going with Smith this evening, whereas Jensen, he got the starts in both matches as Pino taken down. The fans wanting a foul call. And they'll get a foul call, but not for the club of their rooting. As Brandon Knapp with the contact. 16 tackles won just a year ago, and Knapp, like Lawrence Wooten, so dangerous defensively in the open field, not afraid of a challenge. They want to pry that ball free and win it as high up the pitch as possible for Vincenzo Candela. League One assist leader Charlie Ostrom looking to be unlocked on that near side. Martinez's feet to Kasim deflected, and a hit from behind by Max Schneider. And with a look of disgust, we'll get back to defend. And there is our first booking. It's Miguel Pajado over there. We'll see if it's officially against him. It took an entire half for Rodrigo Albuquerque to go to his pocket. And it is Pajado. That is yellow card number 9. The Colombian man not afraid of a physical challenge, but a vocal tangent toward any head official. Had a chance earlier this year to talk to Coach Brian Claben about Miguel Pajado and his yellow card accumulation. Mentioned he does not want Pajado to change the way he plays, as that yellow card brought to you by Alamo Drafthouse Cinemas. He's a captain for a reason. And here's Bronick, lets that one fly. Can't tell if it took a deflection off of Smith. And it apparently did. Nice test there by Bronick in the early moments of the second half. Corner kick brought to you by Modelo. Bronick right-footed. If he was left, well, you could be sure he would have taken it with that foot. But here is Chelo Martinez on the Modelo corner kick. Lofted to the back and a shove from behind. Omaha's livid that Samuel Owusu did not draw a penalty. It seemed quite clear and obvious that Owusu in a defenseless position was shoved from behind. And this Warner Park crowd is letting Rodrigo Albuquerque have it. At the edge of the six, oh. I mean, that is just from Mubumu Alassane. A little bit of an extension with that right arm. It's tough to see. And Omaha, a little chipper, putting on the pressure. Akoff will have a go. Saved, made by Smith. And Miguel Pajaro celebrating at the edge of the six. Not afraid to do a little bit of talking with these Omaha players. Yeah, pumping his fist. Things are getting fun here in Papillion, Nebraska on this Modelo corner kick. This is the 6th corner kick of the night for Omaha. And the 11th between both sides. None have converted off of these opportunities. Martinez with a calm breath. And then he palms up reaction as there's a little bit of tugging going on inside the box. At the sound of the whistle, Martinez lofts it in. It's headed and off the crossbar. And Denzel Smith is down. Looked like Brent Coleman was there. And shaking his head. Not loving the outcome of that chance. And look at Coleman get up to the penthouse. The MLS veteran just that close to extending Omaha's lead to 2-0. Denzel Smith getting a hand up from Rodrigo Albuquerque. Wouldn't be surprised if Miguel Pajaro got some words in as well. He is doing so, and Denzel Smith pleading for a foul call there. Felt like Coleman might have made extracurricular contact with him after the header was made. And the captain stepping up for his keeper, calling for him to be protected a little more diligently. Villalobos with a little bit of space. And Coleman right on that. And clears the danger away for now. Alta going quickly. Mubumu Alassane double teamed Pajaro with 85 pass attempts last match. Shows you how much Brian Klaben trusts him in building the attack. There's a nice run near side by Bronick, staying on side, feed inside. And it trickled by Brandon Knapp, Prosper Kasim, and Stefano Pino. The trifecta unable to get a touch here. That spinning ball had a lot of heat. It whiffs by Denzel Smith. A couple of great chances for Vincenzo Gandella's side, imposing their will in the attacking third as it's won back by Kasim. Currently has the game-winning goal. Underlapping run can't connect with Akoff. That's where Ostrom and Akoff find so much success. It's Bronick with it. And he might have sent that one over the Missouri River and into the great state of Iowa. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches will be available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Omaha have already attempted 5 shots on target. It's higher than their average of an even 4 every single league match this year, throughout the league matches in 2025. Through the legs of Blancas, our player to watch early on, and right to the feet of Jensen, who will pick it up at the last moment. Luca Mastrantonio, Adam Amish, Steven Ramos. I'm not dressed tonight for AV Alta, but they will make 3 substitutions. Jerry Desdune, Walmer Martinez, and Emmanuel Alaribe will come on for the visitors. Jimmy Villalobos will see the end of his day. Alex Cerritos out in a 7-11 switch. Javier Mariona will be replaced by Walmer Martinez. And Jimmy Villalobos officially making way for Emmanuel Alaribe. Pina thought he was fouled. Cleared up into traffic. Alaribe there. Race to that far touchline. And he beats Owusu out for it. And the green and white can set up possession here. Interesting, the similarities between both attacking mindsets for these clubs. The outside backs love to get forward, excuse me. Often relying on a strong pivot midfielder. For AV Alta tonight, Sebastian Cruz on that right side. He's taken a lot of space, testing the verticality of Omaha. The defense has stood strong, and this one into Schneider. Threatening, Schneider in, and to the backside. We'll trick it out past the touch line, where Cruz retains. Reinforcements catching up for Omaha. Ortiz and Cruz in those outside spots for AV Alta tonight have had a little trouble winning those 1v1 battles. Keon Akoff and Charlie Ostrom have tested them, to say the least. As it is Akoff to take the throw. Omaha looking for their first winning month of the year. Nice defense there by Cruz to poke it away from Bronick. Nice deflection from Knapp. Results in some positive movement for the hosts. Kasim to Martinez at the edge of the 18. Alta making it really tough for Omaha to play along the touchlines. See Des Dune beaten there by Akoff. This cross deflected. For a moment I was about to say maybe Alta have made life tough on the touchlines, but Dion Akoff must have sensed my thoughts and absolutely blew by Jerry Des Dune on a meg there. And it's deflected off of Ortiz, and we'll have a Modelo corner kick. Martinez, the designated man on these types of set pieces. The right-footed midfielder with outswing, edge of the 6. It's headed down into a crowd. It finds Pino. Down he goes, to the disapproval of the Omaha fans. Brandon Knapp outside. Samuel Owusu looking for Pino. And the ball over the fence. In what would be right field on a baseball day at Warner Park. Lawrence Wooten and Patu Botello Faz will come on for Omaha here shortly. As Pajaro misses that, Bronick collects, looking for Pino inside. And Pajaro furious with the decision-making of Denzel Smith. Emmanuel Alaribe clearing it beyond the byline to limit Omaha to a corner kick instead of a shot on target. I think it's fair to say Miguel Pajaro is not afraid to keep his players honest. And another corner kick brought to you by Modelo here for Omaha. Number 8 this evening. Can they finally convert? Kasim swinging it around. Akoff shot deflected and rolls to Chelo Martinez. Kasim, that ball with wicked spin to the outside. Eventually brought back into the defensive half as it will be recycled here by Coach Candella's side. Ball just bounces, it finds Martinez. And that one off of the side netting. Miguel Pajaro out of position, something you don't really see from the veteran center back. And him and Sebastian Cruz just caught watching the ball. They're lucky Chelo Martinez did not have a cleaner touch. Critical errors made. Can AV Alta limit those? Kalyan Pelivanov wearing number 44 for AV Alta. Will come on to the match. As we mentioned, Patu Botello Faz and Lawrence Wooten will check in for Omaha. Osvaldo Ley will also see his first action of the day. Pelivanov, a true Bulgarian defender, has that ability to play as an outside back, a center back. And with his size, quite physical as well. Osvaldo Ley in for Mubumu Alassane. Botello Faz and Wooten have not checked in yet. Pelivanov. Every pass from here on out with how high Omaha setting their line. The actions have to be very clean. As these Alta players not afraid to take a couple of steps, survey the pitch, and then make their decision. Stefano Pino tasked with picking out the ball. A little bit tired atop the formation. As Schneider might have gotten away with a foul there. Desdune. Nice pass through the defense. A few times today we've seen Alta try and test this Omaha defense in that central column. Only goal scored tonight by Prosper Kasim, his first on the campaign. He would go unassisted. Martinez volleying it to himself. Can't put it on the grass. Brownick can't catch it in stride. It'll stay with Omaha. And Lawrence Wooten and Patu Patelo-Faz will check in here in the 70th minute for Vincenzo Candela. And Dion Akoff's 100th match and an Omaha kit will come to a conclusion. Chelo Martinez day. A little frustrated coming off. You can see him shaking his head. And Lawrence Wooten last match against Charlotte. Successfully won 4 out of 6 tackle attempts. Another player we mentioned, like Brandon Knapp, afraid to pry that ball free and win it for his club, whether that be an open space in the penalty area. As Robledo goes down. And Jensen can waste a little bit of time. Maybe Alta with 5 shots, 4 of them on target. Patelo-Faz with his first touch. Outside to Knapp, looking for Wooten in the box. Lawrence Wooten turning and facing, and a shot on the ground stopped by Smith. And Lawrence Wooten might have had a great shot himself if he turned a little more to his left. He would have had a phenomenal chance to challenge Smith, but makes the unselfish play. Martinez outside. Somebody that does not only a good job of freeing himself up higher on the pitch, but other players as well. He's that wicked ability with his left foot to convert on set pieces. And cut inside from right to left. That one is lofted into the corner. And corralled by Desdune. Desdune inside, headed by Wooten. Kasim has it deflected by Lay, and it's kept in. Osvaldo Lay. Slow roller finds Alaribe. Desdune looking for the cross. Knapp making life difficult. And that one slowly caught in the air by Jensen. Ryan Jiba will come on for the 9th time in league play this year. Right central column. Cruz has that poked free. Botello Foz goes down. Nope, that's Stefano Pino, excuse me. Unintentionally intercepted and won back by Brandon Knapp. Finds Botello Foz. Botello Foz has that incredible ability in the hold-up game, allowing numbers to get forward. As Owusu receiving a dangerous pass from Brent Kallman. High press here from AV Alta. The once 25-day contract man Botello Foz now signed for the rest of the season. On for pivotal minutes as Kasim simply losing it there. Union Omaha looking to put this match away, and they've scored 7 goals in the final 15 minutes of matches this year. There's one team that has them beat in that department, and it's the club on the other side of the midline, AV Alta. 8 goals scored in the final 15 minutes of the match this year. Had a chance to talk to Vincenzo Candela about his club's ability to score late in matches. He kind of laughed and explained, well, you know, it takes about 25 to 30 minutes to get settled in at times. Today, Omaha doing so in a much quicker and efficient fashion. Does add for a flair of the dramatics between both these sides. Luca Mastrantonio, the former Omaha man, recording the game-winning goal back on July 5th. Won't get that chance tonight as he's not in the matchday squad. Plenty of other players have that ability to step up. Walmer Martinez, 7 goal contributions across league play this year. Has that uncanny ability as a left-footed attacker to cut inside and search out the far post. Could it be Eduardo Blancas? Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM-FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights, plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM-FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. We'll say if you tune in to USL All Access, you'll be happy as that youngster in the Omaha crowd. Mentioned before, Eduardo Blancas, our player to watch. 6 goals this year. Helped lead the Town FC to that division title a year ago, so knows what those late game heroics are about. As Marco Milanese and Ryan Jiba will come in here late for Omaha. Onyx Day will end. Prosper Kasim exits for now, the game-winning goal scorer. The Parliament Omaha's support section in full force tonight. May have had something to do with a little bit of the defensive miscues by AV Alta tonight. Omaha looking to send Warner Park into a frenzy. As Smith opts it off to Pelivanov. Heavy touch, kept by Ostrom. Pino with a chance to ice, and he's taken down in the area. Ball's loose. Omaha can't, it is in! It's Ryan Jiba with his first of the year. A colossal turn of events. And Omaha have taken a stranglehold. Jiba pumping his fist. And both goals tonight for Omaha coming in a dirty sense. Crashing the net in the most gritty way. As this ball was a slow roller, it's off of Smith's gloves. And the defender doing everything he can to keep it alive. It's Kalyan Pelivanov. And his momentum just taking him over the byline. For now, we'll say it's Jiba. We'll watch for what the official ruling is. And Rodrigo Albuquerque had a laugh there with Ryan Jiba. Two of the more unconventional goals scored in league play by all clubs this year might have just been netted home tonight. Ryan Jiba officially credited with the goal in the 79th minute of play. Talked about the damage that Union Omaha can do in the final stretches of matches. Goal number 8 in the final 15 minutes of matches played this year. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats. Both Omaha goals tonight, completely unconventional. As Ostrom heads it on. Beat the defender to the ball. And with less than 10 minutes until stoppage time, if you're AV Alta, where do you go from here? Omaha have been very good defensively as Sergio Ors Navarro will come on here for the hosts. It's been tough for Sebastian Cruz and Christian Ortiz to create those crossing opportunities. Nice sliding attempt there, but it will be a booking. Shown to Eduardo Blancas. Blancas shown his 8th yellow card of the League One campaign, so he will be unavailable next match for AV Alta. It was a well-timed challenge there by the Omaha man, but Blancas going in late and knew it immediately. A no-brainer there for Rodrigo Albuquerque. A reckless challenge on that Alamo Draft House Cinemas yellow card. Training staff on for Omaha right now. the injured man gets attention from the Omaha training staff. The Alta players getting a chance to not just hydrate, but figure out where they go from here. Kalyan Pelivanov on the byline for that shot attempt by Ryan Jiba, and he will officially be ruled for the own goal. Even though Jiba created the shot attempt, and the ball was going to pass the byline into the netting, Pelivanov ended up forcing it home. So that will be an own goal against AV Alta. Taking a look at that previous sequence in the Pelivanov own goal. Pino goes down. There's a crowd of players. Jiba floats it in. And Pelivanov trying to clear his line. His momentum ends up putting it home. We'll call it a moral goal for Ryan Jiba. Excellent job of forcing that scoring chances. Sergio Ores Navarro still has to await his arrival onto the pitch. Sense of urgency here from AV Alta. They've got to work quickly, but not before this Omaha substitution. Ores Navarro, the 24-year-old. We'll check in. Stefano Pino will see the end of his day. Ores Navarro, the all-time leader at West Virginia University in games played with 93, and former player of the year in the Sun Belt Conference. Get some big minutes here down the stretch. Started 9 games this year, was transitioned into a role coming off of the bench for interim head coach Vincenzo Candela. Heavy collision there, and will go the way of AV Alta. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Another foul on the long ball. It will go back the way of the hosts. Manuel Alaribe doesn't like it one bit. Colliding there with Brent Kallman. Up next for Brent Kallman in this Union Omaha club. They'll have over a week off and have a midweek duel with Texoma FC at home. And if you go back to last match for Union Omaha against Charlotte, that would be the first of 10 matches at home in the final 12 games of the season. 9 matches, excuse me. Sent up ahead, Ores Navarro with a little late pressure on Osvaldo Ley. Again, Texoma FC will be coming to town. Interim head coach Vincenzo Candela will be given a week and a half to rest his guys. On the flip side for AV Alta, they'll head home to face League One's best and brightest. Chattanooga Red Wolves on a roll after a 2-0 victory at home against South Georgia Tormenta FC. Credit to Scott McKenzie, Coach of the Month in July, has completely turned things around in Southern Tennessee. "90 seconds until stoppage time, and AV Alta still looking for that first goal. As Coleman steers it aside, outside the box, that shot deflected and collected in the air by Cole Jensen. The applause getting that much louder for Cole Jensen. And victory tasting that much sweeter. Jensen looking for his first shutout in league play with Union Omaha this year. Had 3 clean sheets a year ago with Inter Miami too. There's that ball a little overzealous in its intention for Lawrence Wooten. Under 30 seconds until the announcement of stoppage time. Harrison Robledo gets it right back. His cross blocked there by Owusu. He keeps it out. Up ahead to Ors Navarro. See what he can do here with 3 defenders surrounding him. Botello Faz holding things up, and it's been announced 5 minutes of stoppage time. 4 minutes and 50 seconds about for AV Alta to put together not just 1 goal, but it would be incredible if they could even things up. Ortiz. Robledo looking for Ortiz. That one off of AV Alta. And Eduardo Blancas slamming the ball in frustration. Things not looking good for his side right now. 6 matches winless in league play. That streak to AV Alta's greatest fears. Great possibility to extend. Milanese taking his time. Didn't get to face off against his running mate in the center back spot last year. Luca Mastrantonio. Botello Faz drawing the foul. Omaha good to go now. Off the foot of Walmer Martinez. That might have taken a hit off of an Omaha player. AV Alta doing what they do best tonight, containing the ball at a rate of 59%. But just unable to silence the onslaught of shots put up by Union Omaha. A total of 23, 6 on target. Did the visitors get their opportunity to set up shop in the attacking half and test Cole Jensen? Yes, they did. There's a tackle along the byline. Jerry Desdune wrapping his arm around Brent Coleman. Took Coleman to the ground with him. Yeah, just around the neck there. That's dangerous and uncalled for. two have not gotten a booking. Omaha have killed a little over 3 minutes of stoppage time. Have about 100 seconds more of it to waste away. Bottom line tonight is this Omaha defense did not give AV Alta any crossing opportunities. Not a lot of vertical play along the touchlines available for the likes of Sebastian Cruz and Christian Ortiz. It has to be one of the more compact performances for this Omaha defense in terms of the way they protected the central column. They limited Eduardo Blancas. Didn't even have a touch in the opponent's box. Javier Mariona created the most noise of any visiting player. 5 touches inside the opponent's box. And had a couple of shots on target, which led his club. In the end, just not enough to stifle this Omaha defense. Which was quite on point. Box, shoved down there, and Smith able to launch it to the halfway point. There is the final whistle. Omaha pull off the upset at home and have defeated AV Alta 2-0. For the first time this year, Omaha have a winning month and will go above the playoff line for the first time since match week 4. Vincenzo Candela with a winning record across all competitions at 5-4-1. And let's take a look at our man of the match. Brought to you by Platinum Chiropractic. And it will be Prosper Kasim with the game winner in the first half. And collecting that ball after it was initially saved by Denzel Smith. Putting it home from close range. That would be Kasim's first goal on the year in 2025. Again, man of the match brought to you by Platinum Chiropractic. And your final from Warner Park in Papillion, Nebraska. 2-0 Omaha pull away with the victory. We have full-time highlights and stats up for you next. Stay tuned.
Mi nombre es Josué Aaron Gómez y soy del Paso, Texas. Creo que significaría mucho para mí, para mi futuro. Creo que al terminar mi carrera futbolística, creo que poder implementar lo que voy a aprender en la escuela, creo que eso va a ser muy importante para mí y para mi futuro.
On the line. Wow.
Max center.
Right guard.
Damn, right guard, bro. No, it's me.
Nice. Exactly. Looks like me.
No.
In the slot. Next in the slot's wide open. Oh yeah, Jensen. Oh yeah, Jensen. Oh, hey!
That was absolutely amazing.
This is cool.
This is so cool.
Releasing an animal back into its habitat is what conservation is about. Hi. We have 3 newborn cubs to this mama.
Watch Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, Protecting the Wild. Weekend mornings on NBC.
Well, for the first time since June 12th, Omaha have recorded a shutout in league play. Last time that took place was June 12th against the Greenville Triumph in a 1-0 victory. But tonight, it's Union Omaha with a 2-0 victory. Your final score brought to you by the Blackstone District over AV Alta FC. We've got plenty of full-time highlights for you and an action-packed 90 minutes. So let's take a look at how we got here. In the 17th minute of play, Omaha's Mark Bronick with an early chance coming off of a brace. Last time out, a bouncing ball finding Prosper Kasim, and he would nearly record his first goal of the season on that shot. Then Javier Mariona with a heads-up play to keep this ball alive, catches Samuel Owusu, lacking defensively, but unable to test Gold Jensen along that far post. In minute 28, well, it would be a no foul call there. Omaha play through, and things would get a little sloppy here in the box as Prosper Kasim would have his shot saved and then would beat Denzel Smith to the ball. That would be the eventual game winner and the first goal of the season for Prosper Kasim right before the 30-minute mark. Then in the 53rd minute, a chance here for Mark Bronick on the break, opting to go with his right foot here, and it's stopped by Smith. That would result in an onslaught of corner kicks as that was deflected by the keeper. And here's a bit of that as Brent Coleman, his header barely missing the crossbar. And just a matter of minutes later, Bronick's cross in, missing 3 attackers for Omaha. That could have extended the lead to 2-0, but in the 65th minute, a deep send by Cole Jensen, finding Chelo Martinez, and miscommunication there between Miguel Pajaro and Sebastian Cruz, lucky enough to have not been punished. And then another opportunity right at the net. A couple of collisions there, and Ryan Jiba floating this ball on the byline. It looked like Jiba scored it initially, but it would be ruled an own goal against Kalyan Pelivanov. That would be the 8th time that Omaha would score a goal in the final 15 minutes of play. Full-time stats brought to you by Pepsi. Omaha coming away again with their first shutout victory in league play since June 12th, taking it 2-0 to AV Alta FC, dominating in the shots department, no doubt there, 23-6. And good shot on target numbers for Omaha, shooting 33% on the evening. AV Alta doing what they do best, owning the ball at a rate of 60%. That's about on average of what they do each match this year. That is on pace to be a historic best of any team ever in a single season in league play. Up next for Omaha, they'll welcome Texoma FC to town in 10 days' time. For AV Alta, they'll go home to face the table toppers, the Chattanooga Red Wolves SC. Again, final score from Warner Park in Papillion, Nebraska. Omaha victorious 2-0 over AV Alta FC and are over the playoff line for the first time since match week 4. Final score brought to you by the Blackstone District. A huge thanks to our entire crew for making this production possible. From Warner Park, I'm Josh Lill. Union Omaha take this one 2-0. Thank you for tuning in and have a fantastic night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.